the month is December, and you know what that means? Christmas. Yes, Christmas. The time to celebrate joy, love, and gimmicky Christmas specials. Not in no way a bad way to celebrate the holidays, but I'm talking about how our favorite characters celebrate the holidays, and how entertainingly fun, silly, and corny ways they celebrate in their holiday specials. Some work, some don't, others directors are ashamed of working on, and even video game characters can get the cozy feelings over the holidays. With that said, Sonic Christmas Blast. Based on the adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog from the early 90s, this special aired as the show's finale when the show aired at the same time as Sonic's at AM. And that's all I know about it. Yeah, weird that I grew up with Sonic and yet haven't heard of this special until I found it on YouTube. So does this special hold up all these years, or have I been blinded by nostalgia? This is Sonic Christmas Blast. As the credits roll, we see that the writers of the special is Reed and Bruce Shelley. If those names sound familiar, then your childhood is showing. These guys have written a few episodes throughout the 90s and the early 2000s. And you're probably wondering what they're doing right now.
No, God!
I guess 2020 was the worst year to be alive. We then see, I guess as Mobius, I don't really know, they don't give a description, as we see a group of rejected Nickelodeon characters waiting to see Santa.
When Santa comes on TV, do I get to tell him what I want? Do I?
I was hoping to ask him for a better character design this year. So the mall screen shows a robot Santa.
Ho, ho, ho.
Okay, that would have made that special funnier, as he says he's retiring and giving the job to Dr. Robotnik, who should have picked a better size for the suit. I mean, come on, there wasn't an extra large for him. Oh, and the special wants you to remember that these two were a thing.
Robotnik claws like my chair's best.
Oh, I did not. My cheers would cheer you.
I boo your chair.
Stop it! Can't you see you two are in love? Robotnik says he will keep the Christmas tradition alive while also making a few changes, which is then followed by a gay joke.
No mothers allowed on Santa's lap.
Which is then followed by a pedophilia joke.
Children only in this part of the...
'Tis the season to be scarring, fa la 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 la. So, I think Robotnik's plan is to trick people to give him a Christmas presents. Was this the best plan he could come up with? Usually his plans involve world domination and turning animals into robots. Were you just upset that no one gave you a Christmas gift? This better have a funny scene or I'm walking out of here. You got lucky.
Chain this brat up in my robot factory and teach him some Christmas spirit.
I forgot that the 90s weren't as PC as they are right now. So we see in Sonic's Woods, we see Sonic and Tails and a very pink Sally Acorn. I'm guessing her and Amy had an argument on which color scheme is better. And a lot of people are going to kill me if I don't say this. That is Dale White as Sonic. I know I just got into the 3D Sonic games, but as the first person to voice Sonic, he does a good job. Sonic then decides to get Sally 2 storefuls of gifts, which begs the question how Sonic makes money. I mean, he has to get chili dogs somehow, and he has to feed Tails too, and on their way to Robotropolis, they come across a little bird.
Nice ring! Thanks. What's that squiggle on it mean?
Fidget?
What's that squiggle on it mean? I wasn't frightened. Just surprised.
I'm not the only one hearing that, right?
Gave me this great ring.
Wow, all this time it was Sonic that was wanting to get married?
Sonic, this time there's no way out of marrying me.
Actually, that makes too much sense. Meanwhile, in Robotropolis, Scratch and Ground are confiscating gifts and taking a guy's house.
What?
Yeah, I have no idea what Robotnik was gonna do with a house. Is he gonna make a bed and breakfast?
To Robotnik's bread and breakfast, scum.
Ho, 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 ho. Oh yeah? Ho, 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 ho.
You two are arguing over who does the best ho ho ho. No one cares. We then see Sonic and Tails at Stacy's.
Oh, that's right, we're on television.
and then see all the stolen stuff and start to follow them. I'm starting to think Robotnik really does want the bed and breakfast.
Come for the eggs, stay for the enslavement. I mean, relaxation.
We then see a robot drive straight into the cameraman. Okay, I am charging for vehicle negligence.
My leg! My leg!
And maybe insurance.
Mr. Sonic!
What the? How did he escape?
Everything's terrible. Santa retired.
Okay, this kid is acting more whining than talking. And for those of you who think Tails is a nuisance and shouldn't exist, look at this scene.
Watch it! Ah!
I know it's just a small thing, but you guys are hypocrites. Scratch and Grounder finds Sonic and then tells them that they kidnapped Santa Claus, and you know what just hit me? I had no idea what Robotnik's plan is. I get that he wants to take over Christmas, but the way he does it, it doesn't make sense. First he pretends to be Santa, then he confiscates people's stuff, then he orders his robots to steal from stores. At least pick with a plan and stick with it. Scratch and Grounder try to crush them, and I'm guess they're gonna escape.
My socks are rocking.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Sonic does a buzzsaw move, and Sonic uses their vehicle's magnet against them, drops them, and pretends to be a garbage man. Why do I have to review stuff this stupid? And like dumbasses, they tell Sonic where they are keeping Santa Claus. This is why you're not in the games. Robotnik has his robots build him an ice fortress with a bunch of chimneys. Was I right about the bed and breakfast?
Every citizen in Robotropolis could come down one on Christmas night and bring me.
Don't you think this plan is a little ridiculous? I mean, our plans involve world domination and killer robots. Why go through with this?
Shut up or I'll turn you into something you'll regret.
Regretting not joining that union, sir.
I am a genius. I'm afraid we have a slight problem, your happy holiday.
Okay, why did the animator draw him a butt? I know they're trying to make robots hot nowadays, but why are you drawing him a butt? So Scratch and Grounder tell Robotnik that Sonic is going to rescue Santa and tells them to capture Sonic. Then why do all this stuff? It's so random. You're making the Empire shutting down Cantina more plausible. Sonic and Tails find the cave that Robotnik put Santa in, with the animators going through something, and they attack Sonic and Tails with ice missiles.
We're getting a real cold reception.
Let's kick some ice.
And it's getting colder.
The Iceman cometh.
We're gonna burn those bots.
You are not sending me to the cooler.
Just figured I'd stop by and break the ice.
I think you get the idea. So Sonic drops some bots in the water while a random sea lion splashes up in the air. I don't know. And Sonic tricks the robots to shoot each other and save Santa. They head to Santa's workshop to discover that Robotnik has taken all the toys from the workshop. Really? He's adding that to his plan too.
Christmas can't happen for anybody else. Robotnik Claus has destroyed it.
How? How did he destroy Christmas? I mean, even if he has all the presents, Jesus is still born. So they all began to mope about there being no Christmas. Then Santa discovers Sonic's ring Sally gave him last Christmas that apparently gives her super speed, but the wearer has to do 4 impossible challenges. That this is the most confusing special ever. So Sonic begins doing the challenges while Scratch and Grounder try to capture Sonic and get buried in snow.
This is all your
It
fault.
is not.
It was your idea.
No, get up and help me find my head.
How much of the special is left? 5 minutes? How you gonna wrap up the special in 5 minutes?
How do I know?
So Sonic snowboards to a floating hang glider, as you do, and crushes Scratch and Grounder with a snowboard.
You should have warned me.
Please tell me that's the last we'll see of them. Sonic then lands on a random bicycle where even nature tries to kill him, and managed to complete all the challenges and head to Robotnik's lair.
Happiness is always so much more enjoyable when it's based on the misery of millions.
Too easy. Sonic uses his super speed to take back all the presents Robotnik stole and even his Santa suit.
What is the meaning of this?
When did I start wearing
boxes.
Hey, when you start watching Sonic for Hire, you know what I'm talking about. Sonic then started delivering all the presents and have stopped by that weird looking kid's house.
Thank you, Sonic, and Merry Christmas.
Can you at least say it without half-assing it? Sonic then gave Sally a bunch of presents and a mistletoe kiss and went back to Santa's workshop.
Robot Santa was right. It's time for me to retire and turn my job over to you.
Me?
Of course! This was all a test to prove that Sonic should be Santa Claus. So Sonic and Tails all wave to the kids who are confused by this, and the special finally ends. And boy was this a confusing special. I mean, talk about losing focus. This special has no idea how to go with this idea. Even if you don't even like the show, at least they stuck with one idea and stick with it. I watched the special through and I was confused all the way. So honestly, I can't even imagine Sega doing another Christmas special. If you want to see a video game character say Christmas, play Saints Row 4 and leave it at that. I'm Lunar Knight, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And here's another ice pun.
All right, everyone. Chill. I
I didn't know how to end this special either.